Hello, my dear children. Welcome back to literature class. So, let's continue the most thrilling, exciting, and interesting chapter of us, which we have already started 2 days ago. That is Professor Shanku and the Little Boy, written by Satyajit Ray, which has been translated by Gopa Majumdar. So, children, where we have stopped that, excuse me. So, where we have stopped that Professor Shanku, he had visited the Khoka's house, Mr. Bose's house, and there he found that Khoka is really uttering something very distinct, very different. Normally, a 4 year boy is not possible for him to utter such type of languages. So now, when he came to know about Khoka's attitude, that is, he is uttering something very, uh, actually not gibberish, but it's quite astonishing because uttering the numerical version of 6 and 7.25, then the scientific names of Corvus splendus, Passer domesticus, these are quite abnormal instinct for a baby of 4 years old. Abnormal not in the sense that mad, but abnormal in the sense which is not up to the mark of the given age. He is not supposed to utter these type of languages at the age of 4, because in some cases we have often seen that child or any offspring, he or she is not able to speak properly, they are fumbling, ঠিক আছে, যেটাকে আমরা বলি আদো আদো কথা, ওকে, but this boy, he's uttering so nicely and accents are so perfect that Professor Shanku was in a great dilemma, what to do and what not to do, how these things are happening. So finally he found out that Corvus splendus and Passer domesticus is a scientific name of crow and sparrow. Now, it's really very astonishing for a boy of 4 years of age to utter these scientific names. How is it possible? He was quite in huge question mark is there in front of him. Anyways, so later on, he called Koka and asked, "Can you tell me who taught you these names? Means where from you got the actual idea, or where something probably you have heard somewhere these names and you are uttering now." I asked gently at Koka. I asked gently, but Koka did not reply. He was gazing steadily. Gazing? একভাবে তাকিয়ে থাকা. He was gazing steadily at a gecko. Now, what is gecko? Gecko. Gecko. Not getco. Gecko. Gecko. Gecko is a lizard. Tick tick. He was visualizing a gecko on the wall. Now, can you tell me what actually he was visualizing? It's nothing very splendid or something very distinctive or a huge creature. It's nothing like that. How far I can calculate that Khoka was calculating his movements. He was observing how he moves, how he looks, where from he is moving, how he is crawling, or how he is taking the help of his front legs and back legs. Because the way this boy was behaving, basing on that, I can say that this boy was not only looking at gecko, but he was trying to follow, or he was observing, rather, you can say. So, again, narrator asked him, "You said something to me a few minutes ago. What was it? What did you say?" He just wanted to confirm himself that really this boy is a different personality. And once again, Koka repeated 6 and 7 to 7.25. Yes, but what does that mean? I broke off. I asked him once again what exactly it means. I suddenly remembered that this is the power of mind specs, means the spec which Professor Shanku is wearing, Choshma, the power of his eyes. 6 and minus 7.25 are the numbers of his glasses. Never before had I had such a remarkable experience. I moved towards the bed and leaned over Khoka. Leaned means jhuke pada. When you come close to something. Can you tell me, doctor, exactly where on his head the swelling came up? Where was he hurt? He just wanted to calculate that what actually the calculation is going on. What is the equation of this abnormal movement or words or version you can say. Khoka answered me before the doctor on the OS temporal. Before the doctor could say anything, Khoka told him OS temporal. Now OS temporal is what? It's a medical term of any eye surgeon or any eye specialist. When he visualizes your eye, these are the medical terms you can say in one word. OS temporal. This was absolutely incredible. This little boy had even learned the medical name for a bone on his head. এই যে হাড়টা, এই হাড়টা বা এইখানকার কোনো হাড় হবে, bone on his head মানে এই জায়গাটা maybe. He was only 4 years old. Again, the question is striking in everybody's mind that his age is only 4 years. How can a 4-year boy know these things? It's a miracle. I decided to take Koka to my own house and keep him under observation. Perhaps it would help me to make a study of how the human brain worked. As a scientist, I might gain a lot from the experience. So Mr. Bose and doctor both agreed to let Koka go with me. Only Koka's mother said, "All right, you may take him with you. But please bring the old Koka back to me. I want him the way he was." Means what? This person, this professor, he was in a very pathetic condition, you can say, because neither he could calculate what's all going on, nor he could ignore the situation, because he's not a doctor, he's a pure scientist, right? Now calculating a human mind is a very hard thing for him to do, but he doesn't have any other option left, because Dr. Majumdar was his best one of his very close friend, so he requested him that you see the matter. This matter is out of my control. I could not understand, rather I cannot understand what's all going on, where from this boy is getting all these conceptions, all these words. So he decided that okay, I'll take this 4-year boy in my house. There he will be in front of me all 24/7, and there I'll be able to observe him very minutely, and in a very in my own way I'll be able to give or rather I'll be able to examine him, how he reacts, when he reacts, what is his reaction, what are the situations in which he reacts, and many more questions that can be that those answers he's going to get if he is taking Koka with him. So Koka's father was not at all having any problem in that, but Koka's mother said, okay, I'll not forbid you to do so, but my one request, bring my Koka back to me. What do you mean by that? You see, when a mother understands that my child is becoming something else or is becoming someone else, behaving like someone very experienced, aged, and quite intelligent, then it becomes very sad even for the mother to accept her baby to be a person of huge experience and knowledge. Because we believe or we dream of a baby to grow up very slowly and gradually. With every instinct, the mother is going to enrich herself, is going to fulfill her dream. Her mother is going to rather drown herself in the joy of the growth of a child. But this poor mother didn't get the scope to do so, because her son was quite grown up from the very beginning. Suddenly, you can say, not actually beginning, from just after the incident that happened in his life when he fell down in the courtyard. So she was missing these golden moments when she will see her child growing up slowly and steadily, learning new words and coming and uttering in front of his mother that mama, I have learned this. আমরা কি করি, আমরা ভালো কিছু শুনলে আগে গিয়ে বলি, মার সঙ্গে শেয়ার করি, মাকে বলি। So these things she is missing, and so she is begging, rather, in one type of begging she is doing, that bring my Khoka back to me, because I want my 4-year-old Khoka, not this person. This is a person who talks with me, rather resides with me in my house, right? And Professor Shanku was had no words to say anything to the mother, because he was he was quite not sure that how he is going to give the ailment treatment. Okay, because until unless you will be able to know what the disease is, you will not be able to start your treatment. So first main thing was to understand what exactly Khoka is going through now. In what is the state of mind of Khoka? First we have to understand that. Then only we can move further in our treatment. So they proceeded, but Professor Shanko understood that I have to make a huge use of my brain to study this personality. Khoka is living a dual personality. The original name and age in which Khoka is residing right now, and the behavior which he is doing. Both of them are quite contrasted with each other. They are not mixing up or mingling up, you can say. Anyways, they started their journey, and they left Jhaja near about 11:30, মানে সাড়ে এগারোটা, you can say. Dr. Guha Majumdar took back to Giridih. Suddenly, after 7 miles, 27 miles, when their car suddenly stopped and they opened the bonnet. Bonnet, you know, the front part of the car where the machine lies. And Khoka was saying that. Suddenly, Khoka said, sparkling plug. As if he is giving the sparkle that this is the point where you have to work. And they found that sparkling plug is not working. They changed it, and the car started moving. And without any trouble, they reached their destination in Giridih. That was a tremendous shocking incident. Means one after another, shock is being provided by Khoka to all of them. Anyways, he has been with me since yesterday. I have put him in a room on the first floor that faces south. He seems totally at ease. Not once has he mentioned. Means he is a boy of 4 years, and it's very obvious for a child of 4 years of age that he will ask about his um, parents, I mean mother and father. But he was not doing anything like that. He was not doing. He was quite easy. He was quite normal, as if he knows Dr. I mean Professor Shunku from huge time. Prahlad, his servant, was quite happy because he got someone with whom he can talk or he can spend his time. But he had a complaint that Khoka never talks with me. I keep on talking, I keep on telling. He just looks at me and turned off. Maximum time Khoka used to reside in a bed, thinking in his own, thinking his own conceptions, or busy in his own world of thinking, you can say. So when Prahlad complained to Professor Shunku that Khoka doesn't talk, then Professor Shunku said that give him some time. This is a new place, new atmosphere, new environment. Probably after a month, he'll be able to talk. But Professor Shanku could calculate that Khoka is calculating in his mind always. That means his mind is continuously working. To give his mind a certain resting period, or a blow of calmness, he mixed up a sleeping capsule with his milk, with the milk of Khoka rather, and he offered the milk to Khoka that you have it and you will feel better. The medicine which he mixed up with the milk didn't have any smell or any other gesture that will come out while mixing it up with any liquid. But when Khoka took the glass, he just said the name of the medicine, Simnolin. And Mr. Professor Shonku was looking like, huh? Means, what do you mean? Then Khoka said, Simnolin. And then after some time, Professor Shanku said that it will help you to get a night's sleep. Have it and go to bed. And Khoka replied calmly, with a very confident manner, no, do not give any drug to me. Don't make this mistake. As if he is giving a cool and cold threatening to Professor Shanku. That don't you dare to do anything like that, because I'll be able to catch you red handed. Rather, you are caught red handed. Then Professor Shanku asked, how can you say so confidently that I have done any mistake? How can you be so sure that I have mixed the pill over here? There is no change in the milk, neither the color has been changed nor its smelling. So, how can you be so confident that I am doing a mistake? Khoka didn't answer. Then Professor Shanku again asked, are you ill? Do you think you are sick? What's the name of the disease through which you are going now? Khoka didn't answer. He just heard it. Now, to make himself understandable with the situation or the state of mind of Khoka, Professor Shanku has to consult many books, and he was consulting. He was consulting, and this was noticed by Khoka on the next day, that is on 11th September. And Khoka said, suddenly he came inside the room and said, you won't find anything there. There is nothing that will help you to sort my problem out. As if he is telling that অন্ধকারে হাত নাড়ছো কেন কিছুই খুঁজে পাবে না. Startled, I raised my eyes to find him standing before me. I had no idea that he had left his room. Until that moment, he had shown no interest in leaving his own room. I shut the book. No other option was there. Professor Shonku shut the book. My God, what the ultimately is going to happen with this boy? It's quite thrilling. Anyways, we'll stop for today over here. We'll continue our next class. What actually happened to them? Do you think Professor Shonku will be able to find it out? Rather, I have a great confidence that definitely he is going to find out, because it's a great challenge for him, right? I believe you all are getting quite interested in listening the lesson. Just go through it once more so that all the things will become transparent and clear to all of you. Till then, be healthy, stay fit. Bye-bye.